Welcome back to Four Faces. Let me talk about that horrible fight between Stevenson and De Los Santos. It was horrible. I just summed it up for you. It was horrible. It was bad. It was just bad. It was so bad that the crowd booed. Yes, they did. They booed Stevenson at the end of it. It was bad. It was the worst 10 rounds you could probably even think about. Now, let me tell you something. One thing I learned from this fight was this. Stevenson could ride a bicycle backwards very fast. I can tell he can do it because he was running backwards very well. He's a great, he can run backwards very well. Now why I say that? Because think about it. The whole night he was running around the ring, hitting, running, hitting, running, hitting, running. This is why Stevenson is not the greatest. And I don't think he could be ever the greatest, especially fighting like that. All the hype around Stevenson is a joke. I said this before. Stevenson only had one real fight at 135, right? This is his second fight tonight with De Los Santos. And let me tell you something. It was corny. It was horrible. It was that bad. Now, De Los Santos, he tried to get in there. He tried to get his hits in there. And Stevenson just kept running. So Stevenson won the fight, yes. He won it only on points. That was it. The hit, run. It worked for him, and he got booed for it. This is why, someone like Tank Davis sells out. This is why. Because when Tank Davidson goes to a fight, he makes it interesting. He makes it exciting. He knocks people out. This is what people want to see. People want to see you entertain them. They don't want to see a fighter run around the ring, especially if you're being backed up by someone like Crawford. Okay, yeah, Crawford, that's my little, Crawford always look at Stevenson as a little brother. And look what happens. He's a disappointment. He was a disappointment. And guess what? It's not my opinion. Stevenson, in the interview after the fight, he admitted. He said, yeah, it was a horrible performance. He don't want no credit for it. And you know what? You don't got to convince us. You don't deserve no credit for that. You deserve absolutely nothing. And I said this before so many times before in my past, is that Stevenson was getting too much credit too soon. He's got to perform. You can't go based on what he did as a featherweight, what he did in the Olympics and all that nonsense. You got to go on where he's at now. He's at 135 pounds. I can't see him moving up to 140. I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. He don't have the punching power. He don't have the knockout power. He don't have that. I mean, look at his record. It's not my opinion. Look at Stevenson's record. His record right now is now going to be 21, right? And about 10 knockouts.